All right, so I gotta ask. Okay, so you were on tour for how long?
3 years.
3 years. So 3 years
Three.
wraps up. You're getting
Three.
close to to the end of the 3 years. You know, they probably gave you guys a notice like, okay, we're gonna start wrapping things up. This is the last date of the last show. You know, so you've already got that. How does Barney morph into anime? Like, how did you get attached to that?
Well, I made the choice to come off the road. The show that I was doing
Okay.
was coming to a close,
Okay.
but they were going to go back out, and they did go back out
Mm.
with a whole brand new show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And man, that the costume was tough.
I bet.
The road's tough.
And you didn't that back
All of
then.
those things.
I can only imagine back then you guys didn't have fans, internal fans for the costumes,
We
right?
did, yeah,
Oh,
we
you
did.
did.
There were only two
Okay.
two small little two little 2-inch square fans. All they did was circulate the air.
Whew.
Yeah, they
Okay.
didn't do anything.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
really, it was more just a mind trick.
Yeah.
Keep that air
It's
going
not
in front
hot.
of my face.
It's not hot.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
in an igloo. I'm in I'm
it's moving. That air's moving. Well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
yeah.
Uh, so remind me what the question was again. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
so
I lost. Oh, yeah. So
morphing
at the end
into
of the tour,
yeah, right.
it was just and before I went on tour, I had started or I had gotten into comedy
Mhm.
and improv, sketch, and music comedy with my classmates and schoolmates,
Right.
and we started comedy troupes uh, so that we could perform live, so that people could see us,
Mhm.
because we couldn't get agents because
Okay.
we had never worked before, and we couldn't get any work because we didn't have agents. And but there were enough of us that kind of had like minds, like comedy minds, SNL, um, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Mhm.
In Living Color,
Mhm.
Monty Python, SCTV,
Yes.
all the classics,
Right. Right, right.
And so National Lampoons, uh, so we just thought, hey, we're not doing anything else. We'll make them. Let's make enough noise where these people have to come and see us.
Mm.
They're gonna. All right, what's the noise?
Right.
What's the deal? And we did it.
Okay.
Uh, it took us a bit. We had to. There was probably 20 people in the troupe at the beginning.
Mm.
I mean, there was like tons of us, and it was very artsy. It was very actory.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that, but it just did. It wasn't working. It was too actory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It took too long,
Yeah.
and so we finally stripped it down at the end. We got it to, hey, if you can't argue with funny, we at the end of it we were Section 8 comedy. We performed across the street from SMU
Oh, wow.
at a place called Ozona Grill and Bar to a bunch of drunk college
Mm.
kids, and we were rude, irreverent, crude, offensive, on purpose.
Okay.
Uh, not 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 viciously or violently offensive,
Mhm.
but just pushing the boundaries like Carlin and the boys did
Right.
properly.
Right, right, right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We weren't doing it just for shock value,
Mhm.
uh, but we knew how to do it. The Metallica and the hip hop, and it was right there when we were jumping off, and the Limp Bizkit and the Kid Rocks and all together, and we were perfect for it. Twice a week at Ozona and once a week at the Improv in Addison
Wow.
at our busiest time. Plus, we were doing shows at Lone Star Park, the horse racetrack.
Okay.
We were performing with the Mavericks at Old Reunion Arena. I mean, we were having
You were
fun,
hustling.
humping.
Yeah.
And two of the people in that comedy troupe, were Mike McFarlane and Chris Rager.
Ah,
Uh, so
nice.
when while I was out on the road, all of our roadies and our tour producer was from Marilyn Manson and U2 and Tina Turner.
Wow.
Speaking of Tina Turner,
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones, if I mentioned. And so all of a sudden, I'm way deep behind the curtain of things that I had no clue about.
Right.
And I made such great friends with the crew that I wound up being loading out with them.
Wow.
A show. I would do 2 shows on Sunday.
Yeah.
Go put my street clothes on and then go load out with them. And then hop on to the end of the load out, and then we go to the next city.
Wow.
But I just got this new perspective of what it took to put us together.
Yep.
And I felt that, and I can look back and say this might have been a bad decision, but I don't think so. But I decided that I was going to take all that knowledge and experience and try to apply it to what I really wanted to do, which was be great at comedy on stage. What we were doing on comedy, and do what we were doing with Barney. I saw the correlation there.
Yeah.
It was much harder to do, and it didn't necessarily work out great. It didn't work out hard. It just didn't blow up like I was hoping to.
Right.
But what it did do was Mike McFarlane was already a fan of anime.
Okay. Yeah.
And he went and got the part of Master Roshi.
Yep.
And then he came back and told us about it. Chris went and got the part of Mr. Satan. And then they brought Chris Sabat to our show.
Oh, wow.
And he saw me do a character called the Pillsbury Homeboy. It's a character we developed it like one of the first days we got together to do comedy back in '95, and everybody went around and said, "Hey, what imitations do you do?" And I raised my hand. I was like, "Oh, I can do Scooby Doo," and everybody else is like, "Oh, I can do Scooby Doo too." And I was like, "Oh, well, that always got him back in Louisiana." So I said, "Oh, I can do the Pillsbury Doughboy." And one of our friends, Mark Orvik, he goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I went, "Nothing says loving like my crescent rolls." And he goes, "Oh, dude, hey, say this." And I went, and he told me in my ear, and I went, "I'm hollering 187 with my dough in your mouth, biatch." So when I said that, a room full of comedians laughed. I knew I had something good.
Yeah.
And further down the line, that developed into me rewriting Snoop Dogg's "What's My Name?" The entire rap, and performing it live. So the Pillsbury Homeboy, the backstory was he gets jumped on his way home from school one day by the Keebler Elves. And, that triggers the Pillsbury Doughboy. It really ticks him off, and so he becomes this gangster rapper.
Oh, God.
And so instead of, I don't know if you're familiar with Snoop Dogg's, "What's my mother name?" Yeah, instead I did, "What's my muffin bacon name?"
Nice.
"Nothing says loving like the blunts I be puffin'."
Oh, dude.
So Sabat saw me do that, and he asked me after that. He was like, "I think I found the voice of Majin Buu." And so, boom, I went in, and next thing you know, I'm doing anime. And it wasn't what it is now, but
yeah.
But I mean, anime wasn't even on my scale, on my radar. I still called it Japanimation.
Yeah, right.
Right. I had to learn the word anime. I had heard it thrown around up there, and I'm like, what are they saying? Are they just? Is this some cool way to say animation?
Right.
I don't know about, And I was playing catch up the whole time of what this big pink baby who turns people to chocolate and eats them. What is that about?
Yeah.
but it's been so cool. I mean, I can't even believe it. 20 years later.
Right.
20.
Yeah. That's amazing, dude.
What?
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, I was just like, cool, dude. I'm on a cartoon now. I mean,
Right.
that was my mindset at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, yeah.
I'm on a cartoon. I don't care if anybody ever watches this. And when it came out at the beginning, I would call my mom and say, "Mom, hey, I know you don't watch Cartoon Network. I know, but when you get a chance, check it out." And
Hmm.
so she was like, "Well, I knew it was you. I could tell it was you." And and cool, about every year I get this
Right.
phone. Hey, they got a video game. Doing a video game. What?
Right.
I thought I
Uh,
died. I'm
right.
pretty
The
sure they
best.
killed me. And then GT came and we did it all over again. Like,
Hmm.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me
Yeah.
to redo this? This I I'm here. Yep. How
Right.
long do you need?
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
ready. Put me in,
Yeah.
coach.
Exactly.
Right?
That's awesome, dude. That is so awesome. Oh man, I love hearing that stuff. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
like you said, I am super blessed. I had no clue. But like
Yeah.
I think the testament of my story is to put yourself into position if you want to do it.
Hmm.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, at, you will always. I don't know anyone. If you're doing it, if you do it with some focus and some purpose, obviously.
Of course. Yep.
And if you do that, you're always going to be further than when you started. You
Hmm.
you may not get what you were looking to get. You will be further along, and you will most likely find the other thing that you had no idea was even there for you.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it's
Right.
yeah, I'm a testament to it. People in
Yeah.
Houghton, they thought I was an idiot. Wait, you're gonna be an actor in Dallas? Oh,
Hmm.
Josh. Oh, Josh. Okay. Well, we'll keep the Johnny's Pizza warm for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, dude, I want to be very respectful of your time. I do personally have one for you. You and I coming from very,
Oh,
very similar backgrounds as far as the road of hard knocks goes. Um,
yeah.
I'm sure that in the years of life experience that you've had, um, that um, you are passing that along to your kids as well. Yeah,
I'm doing my best.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. They are way fortunate and way beyond blessed. Uh, and it kind of like my dad did me. He had less than I did,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and so he his mindset was from that. So he was kind of a little more timid with me on stuff,
Hmm.
and I can see myself with my kids like that a little bit. But observing that, I've tried to pull back on that and be mindful of it.
Hmm.
Um, but it's a tough deal, but it's rewarding. You just got to do it. It's one of those things. uh Growing up and before I had children, it was, if I didn't want to do something, I didn't do it.
Right.
But especially after I moved off on my own, uh I made a lot of decisions that I knew good and well that I was going to have to live with, and I was good with living with. But there was a reason, and I knew that I appreciated having what I was not going to have.
Right.
Uh, and so, I know my girls don't know nothing about that. Sometimes when I bring it up to them, I can get them all. girl teary-eyed.
Yeah.
You know, they'll get all emotional. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I know. Okay, it's not about that.
Hmm.
Just don't be a little
Right.
piece of work. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a reason. Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So it's that thing. Same thing. My dad. I know he got frustrated with me. My parents got frustrated with me, trying to teach you and try to stay on you. Well, and my mom. I can hear my mom. Well, I'm just not. Well, you just do it how you want to. Then you just do it how you want to. Then you know what I mean. Eventually you just get there.
Right.
And then when you screw it up, and then you need their help. All right, now you want me to help you, huh? Right.
Yeah.
But back to my wife. I'm lucky to have my wife because she's a saint. A saint. They love her as well. They should, but she's never. She can get upset. She can get put out, but she's very sweet about it.
Right.
But I can be like, hey, girls, and they're like, what? Whoa! I was gonna take everyone for ice cream. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But just me calling their name, they're like, oh God, what do we do
Right.
this time?
Right. Is your wife in the industry at all, or no?
No. She's the smart, responsible. Yeah, she is a manager for engineers for the F-22.
What?
For Lockheed Martin. Yeah.
Was she in the Air Force?
Oh yeah, she was not.
Okay.
She's my girl. Believe me.
Wow.
She has made some moves, and she has done it without the ordinary path. She went to college, but she just got I think it was computer information systems degree from UNT.
Wow. Okay.
And then got on with a contract. Yeah, my wife works for Lockheed, and she is going to be she's just going to keep moving on up.
Oh, that's great.
She's awesome.
Man.
I'm lucky.
How did somebody like you meet somebody like her?
I was in between legs of the Barney tour and performing with the comedy tour.
Yeah.
And she came to the show with with people from another guy actually who knew of our comedy tour.
Oh wow. Okay.
And him and his friend brought her and her friend to our show.
Oh, okay.
And luckily she wasn't very interested in that guy, and I was just like, who is that?
Right. Okay. That's awesome.
So I talked to her for a bit, and next thing you know, I was back out on the road, and we played phone tag for a long time, and finally got her to come out to Vancouver for our first date.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I set the bar way too high. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm an idiot. It's been downhill for me from there. She's such a trooper. She's held on. She hadn't kicked me out or nothing.
Well, if anything, I think you've probably gotten one of the best gifts that life has to give. Not only with her, but also with your kids. So,
Absolutely. We have one, and then we wanted one more, and we got two more. So we figured that that's the universe is telling us something,
right?
So and we're fortunate to be able to take care of it as well.
On either of your side's family, nobody has a twin. Wow, it just happened.
Trendsetters. Au naturel as well.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
The sonogram was, and all right, Miss Martin, is this your first or second pregnancy? My wife goes, well, it's my second. And the stenographer goes, and third. And my wife and I looked at each other and we're like, what? And the text said, you're having twins. And we were still like, what? twins? And she clicked on one torso on the screen, and then she clicked on the second torso on the screen. She said, "Yep, there they are."
Wow.
And we froze for what felt like an eternity.
Oh dear.
Because we had a daughter.
Yep.
You know, she was just 2.5, and we figured, okay, well, we're either set, we got everything, or we need some blue clothes, right? We got the high chair, we got the baby bed, we got the car seat. You know,
Yeah.
we're good.
Right.
We're good.
Right.
You know all that stuff you got? Get one more of everything.
Right. Exactly. Oh God. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We had to get a new car. We had to get a minivan.
Oh,
it was
God.
like, it's a minivan or a Suburban.
Right.
Those are your two choices at the time.
Right.
That you could get 3 car seats. And they were all child, you know, the full size ones.
Yeah.
You couldn't get all 3 of them on one row at all.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I couldn't, and believe me, if it wasn't for Shannon, I mean, before Shannon came along, I just thought that, well, I'm not gonna have a wife. I'm definitely not having kids. I can barely take care of myself. You know, I got on the road and I was like, oh, thank God.
Just me. Yeah.
They feed me once a day too. Sweet. Oh, I got no bills.
Right.
I can get somebody to make my bed every day if I want now.
Right.
You know, all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
But I just keep it from burning down, and
Yeah.
Shannon does the rest.
Oh, that's great, man. Well, I gotta tell you, you have I just relayed to you all the questions and some of the comments that people have had, but there is an outpouring of love for you, my friend.
Thank you.
Just
Appreciate that.
everybody loving your personality, your stories, everything that you have to say. So I got to thank you as well, brother, for just coming on the show.
My pleasure,
and
man.
just being a part of this community. One of the things that I started doing, because I started gearing this up like maybe about just prior to COVID, actually. And
Okay.
and it's something that I was kind of like, touch and base on. And I originally was doing it with, my Digimon peers, going back to season 1, and because I've been in pretty much every single season. And so I was just, wanting to interview, Digimon peers and stuff. And then it turned into this, which we have now, which has been just so huge because, for a lot of people, as you know, it's like people need an outlet. They need something. And especially with COVID and, being rampant, and we don't know when conventions are going to be coming back with the proper safety precautions, like not in Florida. That's been going on, but like proper handling and stuff, and it's like we have no idea when this is going to end. And it's like this is people's outlet. This is how people connect with each other, with like our anime community, our family, just with each other as voice actors and stuff. And so, dude, I from the bottom of my heart,
Go on. Thank you. Back at you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for thinking of me.
yeah,
And everybody keep your head up. Do your thing. Y'all need anything, holla at your boy.
yeah,
Go check out my Facebook page. You'll see what I did at the beginning of quarantine when everything shut down. I made 2 songs. One was about the toilet paper crisis. We all got through that. We all got through that, guys. We all got through that.
yeah.
All right. And then I couldn't perform anymore on stage live, and so I needed to have a dance party, and so I had one in my closet.
Awesome.
So if check out my Facebook page and stuff, and you'll find dance party in my closet.
Awesome. And just leading this
Stay
out,
creative, people.
leading this out, I'm sure that like me, you probably can do a little impression of of walking. You know, am I correct?
I carried this watch for damn near 2 years up my ass. Your father was a great man. He loved you. I wanted you to have this watch. Derek, he wanted you to have this podcast. You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. You know, I feel it. I feel it. You know, from the bottom of my, well, you know, my ass. You know, basically, that we're like two brothers, so to speak. You know, but in different places, but at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
It's like with two eggplants.
Two eggplants. Ah, dude, love you, man.
Or you're the eggplant and I'm the cantaloupe.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's okay because I'm previously engaged, so I can't elope. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, any last words that you would like to leave our watchers with before we wrap this up, my friend?
Sure. Yeah. To you, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
To everybody watching and listening, thank you for taking the time, and be good to everybody. Be good to each other. You know, like my mom said, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Just keep it to yourself.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And if you do say something, make it positive.
There you
all
go.
Right? Try to help each other. There's enough people putting us down. You know,
for sure.
We're all, if the more people help each other out, next thing you know, those people trying to hold us down won't be able to.
Right. Exactly. Hang tight for me.
I got your back too.
Hang tight for me really quick while I wrap this up with everybody here. So guys, another great Behind the Voices. Please be good humans. All right? Keep your feet on the ground. Reach for the stars. Mwah. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Until then.